Dear Recruit Your Life Applications Officer, one more thing to say about Miss Parker as I move on with what I've been wanting to talk about in this Good Rambling series. This Good Rambling series is not going to just be a series. It's going to be just me rambling whenever I want to ramble, and I feel like rambling. It's what it is. Miss Parker, when her boyfriend, husband, pimp, whatever he was, arrived, she turned off the audio. She didn't want G-Man to hear how she would get her husband, pimp, or whatever he was, to get him. He didn't want to be bothered. He didn't want to have nothing to do with it. Let me tell you something. If I had a wife, if I was married right now, me getting on YouTube talking about, all these things, okay, my wife would be involved some kind of way. She would be helping me behind the scenes with my productions, or she would be on the videos with me, or she would do the editing for me, or add extra content to my videos, you know what I mean? Or she'd have her own channel that's linked to mine, you know what I'm saying? And everybody would know that we're married, and we have, if you come to my channel, you can also subscribe to her channel, because we're a married couple. There is no secrets between me and my wife. And there is no me doing something stupid. Like a lot of the people that come to my channel, they think I'm dumb for talking about Jesus, and talking about Jesus in the style that I do. But if I was married, her and I are equally yoked in Jesus' name. So, she may think I'm a little bit too sarcastic. She may think that, I don't need to make as many videos, or she may think that, I need to tone it down a little bit or something. But one thing for sure, she would be involved. See, back when I was married, my wife did videos on YouTube, or she watched videos on YouTube and so forth like that. It was her thing. And if I had started making my own channel on YouTube and stuff like that, it would have been another thing for us to fight about. Okay? When I was married, I had my own everything. But as the man of my house, I share everything with my wife. Well, my wife felt that I should share everything with her, but she didn't want to share everything with me. She wanted my money, but she didn't want to share hers. She wanted me to be submissive, but she didn't want to be submissive. She wanted me to, you know what I'm saying? So I know what I'm looking at here. I know what I see. I know what I see. But I seen you do that, Miss Parker. You hit that audio. And you and your man for a minute there was throwing your hands up at each other. It was like you were begging him to do this solid. And he hurried up and got on there and called G-Man a B and scrambled off. Okay? Because he didn't appreciate him, G-Man, taking his frustrations, if that's what he was doing. I'm not, you don't think that's what we're doing, but him taking his frustrations about Miss Parker out on Miss Parker's whatever he is. Okay? But just want you to know, we're not as stupid as we look. Okay? we're not as stupid as we look. The reason why you watch our channel, the reason why you watch G-Man and you watch me and you watch some of the other people that are professing to be Christians, okay, whether they be whatever kind of Christians they are, is because you have some personal vendetta or personal hate feelings or whatever about Christianity. But see, you need to understand that nobody has the answer to you for their faith. This is why after that little nasty bout with Monty, I'm done with you people. And G-Man needs to be done. Shanny needs to be done. Everybody that knows how you are and know how y'all team up together and all this crap needs to be done with you. Okay? Because you're not here to support atheism. You're not here to try to figure out what Christianity is about, or you're not here to explain anything or teach anything. You're not here to have a dialogue. You're here to persecute. And I don't say this as a victim because you can't get to me. And the way I watched G-Man hit that stop button and click off yesterday, okay, you can't get to him either. He's getting to the point where the only thing he needs to do is ignore you and keep your content away from his channel. And I hope and pray to God he can. Okay? Because if he can't, then we all need to get together and we need to go to war. And every time you make a video, we expose you to the world and to your mama, you know, your daddy, your children, and everybody that's on social media, and show what a bunch of clowns you are. Now we can do that if we want, because you are a bunch of clowns. Because there's a such thing, and I know, and don't get me wrong, I know that there is a sweet, mature side of Miss Parker. I know there is a sweet, mature, you know, Army, Navy, you know, combat, protect America side to Dreadnought Silvez. I know that Monty is a fine artist, and he just wants to help the people that he cherry picks to help. You know, I know there's a good side to all you people. But you think that we're so much garbage and we're so much, you know, a toilet to pee in, that you're going to give us your worst side. That is where I'm done with you. You don't give me your worst side. I'm 56 years old. Don't give me your worst side. Don't talk to me like I'm some little kid, okay, that's trying to be tough, okay, with a 7-foot tall man from the military. No, I have a right to have a YouTube channel like you got a YouTube channel. I have a right to talk about my faith just like you talk about atheism. I have a right to talk about the things that are bothering me, the things that I'm unhappy with, just like you do. So does G-Man, so does Shanny and Rev and anybody else. What makes you feel that you have to create an army against us? Create a bunch of subscribers against us because we're different than you? What makes you think that? But, you know, that's just, and all these people are black. Miss Parker's black. Monty's black. Drag is black. What's his name? Carlton is black. Okay? Crimson is black. There is no white people. There was one white girl on Drag's channel, and I went to her channel, and I made a video about her, and she never, see, that's white people for you. White people don't get butthurt, and white people see even the nicest black people I ever meet are so liberal and so nasty that they can't turn down the chance. Sometimes I wonder if it's really in our blood to be criminals. I mean, maybe I'll finally care about abusing people by the time I don't know, 90 years old. Maybe I'll finally get on social media and just make videos of hating on everybody. I mean, maybe my day is coming, because I'm black like the rest of y'all. I don't understand why I need to even care about. But see, let me tell you something. The reason why people judge other people and think that they can do harm, whether it be, cyberbullying, or whether it be physical harm, or whether it be, talking and gossiping and stuff like that. The reason why people do this is because they think that if I was in their shoes, this is what I would do, and if they were in my shoes, this is what they would do. If they were, they do this because they think it is the right thing to do because of the situation that they're in or the situation that I'm in and all like that. But my mind and my heart and my emotions and the things that I've learned, these 56 years are way beyond all that. I don't have time. And I don't care. But to see, y'all go at it like this. To see y'all trying to use this YouTube engine to oh my God. And I know how the spirit of the devil, and there is I believe in a literal devil who has legions of demons for everything that is ungodly. There are legions of demons. And these demons are entities. They get in our personalities. They get in our thinking. They are the demons behind our thinking and our emotions. They are the demons behind everything we do violently, the stuff that comes out of our mouth. This is why it's so important to know the Lord, because God has plans for you, but so does the devil. I know the devil got plans for me. If I wasn't a Christian, I probably wouldn't even be on YouTube. I'd probably be like, I don't do YouTube. Why don't you do YouTube? Because I'll kill somebody. I will find out where they live and kill them. If I do YouTube. Being a Christian has saved my life. Because I've met 5'3" men around the same age as me when we were younger, okay, who were me without the Lord. They're just like me without the Lord. And if it wasn't for the fact that I was already a Christian, so I humbled myself, we would have been fighting. And I'd have got lost because I wasn't as devious as they were. But I was just like them to the most part, to where I felt that everything around me is against me. And everybody's just trying to mess with my height. And everybody's just trying to, that Napoleon syndrome was after me. I tell people all the time, I think it's funny that I'm short. I think it's funny to see myself walking down the street okay, and everybody's looking like, is this a special holiday for midgets, or what's going on? Are we under attack by the midget? Are we under attack by the goblins, or what's going on? You know, I think it's funny. People try to show me at work, you know, show me on the cameras, standing up to my, you know, my fellow officer, walking down the hallway with my fellow officer. Y'all look like, you look like his son. You look like everybody's son. Yeah. I thought the same thing too. I even tell people sometimes, hey, turn that camera back. I want to see my little short self walking up there waking this guy up. Hey, rewind that back. They're like, what? Rewind. Oh, you don't want to do it now because I'm making fun of myself instead of you making fun of me. You know what I mean? But I think God got a sense of humor too. I think God was, you know, God was thinking of Martin Lawrence, you know, or thinking of Beetlejuice or something when he created me. I mean, I think he was thinking of Gary Coleman when he created me. Gary Coleman lives. When I look in the mirror, Gary Coleman lives. I just wish the women would pay me more attention like they paid Gary Coleman attention, okay? But it ain't about your looks. It's about what other people think of you. Well, I don't care what other people think of me. I care about what people think about me on a personal level and on a spiritual level. Okay? If you are around me because of what other people think of me, you need other people's approval to think anything of me. Please keep your thoughts to yourself. Keep your money to yourself. Please go over there and let me sit at this table by myself. Thank you very much. That's not love. That's not appreciation. The only reason why you cool with me because everybody else was cool with me? Go back over there. I remember this girl when I remember this girl that I grew up in church with. And she was one of the youngest girls in our Bible class. She was one of the youngest girls in our family training hour class. She was one of the youngest girls in the youth group because she's the youngest one of her family. But, you know, and I mean, she's always been silly. But I didn't know that her being kind of like geeky and silly was going to affect her a certain way when she got older. She became a lesbian. And she started like, you know, black people automatically vote Democrat, whether they're Christian or secular, but she decided to get real political with the Democratic Party. The difference between black Democrats in the church and black Democrats in the world is black Democrats in the church, they know that the Democratic Party is, you know, they're quiet about it because they know that the Democratic Party is going to take them places where they don't want to be. They don't want to go visit the LGBTQ community. They don't want to visit, you know, they don't want to have to bow to transgenderism. They don't want their kids having to bow down to gay people. They don't want, you know, they don't want all these things. They don't want people hating them for being wealthy and having, you know, being entrepreneurs or whatever. You know, they want, you know, they want to vote that party because they think they have to vote that party because they think they got to be out there for the people. People can be out there for themselves. That's why we all vote. We all have a right to vote. Even illegals in this campaign can vote. Okay? So, you know, you don't need anybody to be in a party for you because everybody has a right to vote and everybody's needs are going to be met, especially in a Democratic Party. Okay? Where, you know, people need to be changed, not babied. People need to get up on their own feet, not be babied. Okay? But I remember this girl. We grew up together. And I was wondering what happened to her. So I'm on Facebook and I run back into her family. And I run into her and all her sisters and all like that. She shows up hating on me for Donald Trump. This is back in between 2020. Actually, it was back in 2020. She shows up hating on me for Donald Trump. She shows up hating on me because of the videos that I made on YouTube about Jesus. And, you know, they're not like these videos that I make here on YouTube. Not this channel, anyway. I mean, you know, when I go to Facebook, and some of you have went to my Facebook channel, you know, trying to find a way to get to me. Y'all know that I'm different on Facebook. And when I go to Facebook, I'm talking to my church family, and I'm talking to YouTubers, and I'm really, like, the only reason why I go live on Facebook is to talk to the people that I grew up with in church, the people that I grew up with in church camp, the people that I know from local churches and my own church and all like that. I moved here to Pittsburgh. I do more Facebook and YouTube now because my people are way over there and I'm over here in Pittsburgh. Okay, so this is the way I talk to them. One of my friends just texted me on Messenger last night. Me and him used to hang out together all the time. And we're both, he's white and I'm black, but we have so much in common. It's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like we could build a maternity or something for men. We have so much in common. We're two totally different people, but we have so much in common, okay? But this girl, I remember her. And I grew up in family training hour with her, the youth group with her. We won Bible trivia together. We done so much together in the church. I thought out of all her sisters, when she grew up, she would be the one on the most fire for the Lord. You know what I mean? But she come up and I'm anxious. I said, well, what happened? I'm not going to mention her name, but what happened to B? You know? And all of a sudden, she's on there to debate with me about, I says, and this is what pissed her out. I says, hey B, I know who you are, and I remember you. You seem to forget we grew up together. Who do you think you talking to? Why would I support lesbianism? Why would I vote Democrat? Who do you think you talking to? What, you think I went down this demon hole with you? And things got so bad, we were texting each other back and forth. She started calling me names and all like this, and I told her. She didn't like me telling her. I says, why is the rest of your family following the Lord and you're not? Okay? You know, and then it got so bad that I defriended her. I don't want to argue with her no more because she's talking stupid. She knows we grew up in the church together. She should feel bad if I'm not on fire for Jesus. Okay? So she's like going after me and she's chasing me around YouTube. I mean, not YouTube, Facebook. And it's like, you know, she's doing to me on Facebook what they do to me on YouTube, you know. Just like really trying to really box with me. And I defriended her. And when I defriended her, her family defriended me. So there we are. There's people that I grew up in church with. They're supposedly still Christians, but she's not. But instead of like us getting together and all of us getting together and reaching out to her, they just want to hate when they know I'm right. They know. that I am right, and I have a right to be angry and tormented that she would choose this path. I have a right to be tormented. And I am. But now she's trying to torment me when I'm already tormented. Click. Thank you, G-Man. Click. You wasting my time. Well, her family decided, they also were mad at me because me talking about Donald Trump, and they tried to come in there and say a bunch of stuff that ain't true. It is not true. I said, can you show me documentary on any of this stuff? Show me receipts for the stuff you're saying. You're making this up as you go along. Who taught you that? You're not learning this in college. Where are you getting this from? They're just making it up as they went along. So I said some things about, what the Bible says, and they know it's the truth because we grew up in the same denomination together. We all grew up together until we was 19 years old, and then we went our separate ways. Okay? And the rest of them was older than us. Okay? I am tormented about what goes on in the world. But that doesn't torment me to a point of being confused. I'm tormented, but I'm not confused. I understand why I'm tormented. I understand that I should be tormented, because what kind of Christian would I be if I wasn't tormented by all this nonsense that's going on in our country today? I watched this guy on YouTube last night talk about what they're teaching our kids. He brought evidence to a courtroom, a board of educators and a board of people, and he made threats, and he said, the petition is going out, and he was talking about the stuff that they're teaching our kids in schools. They're teaching our kids how to practice fellatio in school. What does that have to do with reading, science, social studies, English, math, home ec? You know what I mean? What does that have to do with academics, like my brother said? What does that have to do with academics? Nothing. No, absolutely nothing. And instead of you atheists, because I know a lot of you atheists feel the same way I do, even though you're gay, you don't feel that anybody should be teaching your kids how to be gay. Your kids want to be gay, they can be gay all on their own. Your kids want to practice fellatio on their boyfriends or their girlfriends, like they should be having sex when they're in middle school anyway. But if your kids want to do that, you don't need to teach them to do that. They'll learn from their own mistakes. They'll learn from doing stuff they shouldn't be doing. And you agree with me. But no, you can't agree with me because I'm D-Roy Cruz. And I'm a Christian. And it doesn't matter how much sense I'm making, you're not going to let me make sense. But you know I'm right. But you're looking at it like, well, if you were in my shoes. But you're not in my shoes and you never will be. And you're looking at it like, if I was in your shoes, I'll never be in your shoes. And I don't want to be. Did I forget to mention to you for the 100th time, I don't envy you. Jesus is the best thing that ever happened to anybody. And all the people that I felt sorry for, A lot of them have come back home to Jesus. Because if you really, 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 really know and understand, which I don't think most of you do, but if you really, really know and understand, you will come back home. You will come back home. Because there's nowhere else for you to go. There's nowhere else for you to go. Atheism has not built a place for you. The only thing you have with atheism is, I don't know, people to have sex with. People to make superstars out of. People to clap for. Nobody's going to teach you anything that's really going to convert you or set you free, because it's all a hole. It's a black hole. You don't need a conversion to be an atheist. That's a lie. I converted to atheism. You converted to poop. You converted to stupidity. You converted to drinking piss. There's no conversion. Oh, I converted to atheism. Get the heck out of here. You ain't converted to squat. What entity, maybe the devil, the devil got you thinking you converted to something. You ain't converted to squat. Oh, I see what you mean. You converting to atheism has set you free from the stronghold of Christianity, from Christians holding you down and making you think you can't do this and you can't do this and you can't do that. You're a lie. This is why you and I have met. This is why 1 person's subscribers all come to my channel. And none of you like me. But you all subscribe to me. So you can go to this channel over here and take everything that I say, everything that G-Man says, and everything that other people say that are claiming to be Christians, and you can take that and make it something that it's not. If you were really free, you wouldn't need to even know me. If you were really free, you would just leave G-Man alone. Whatever stupidity G-Man is doing, that's his stupid mess. Because I can leave you alone. Because you're not the king of my salvation. You didn't save me. You didn't deliver me. I'm not born again by Dragnot Silvers or Miss Parker or Carlton Winston. Y'all didn't save my soul. And I'm not asking you to leave me alone. What I'm asking you to do is wake up. You're not impressing anybody but your own Legos. Your own little toy army men. You're not fighting a war here. You're not standing up to Christianity. You're not saving anybody from being a Christian. You're not teaching me anything. You're not teaching G-Man anything. And you're not going to get to me. And if G-Man is smart, you're not going to get to him either. And if Shanny stopped being stupid, you're not going to get to her eventually. Because why? Because there's a such thing in social media. It all is within this computer. If things get too bad, we can just burn our computers. We can change our accounts. We can change our channels. We can take our business and put it on another channel. And I've seen people do that. Some of y'all were so nasty, you got kicked off of YouTube. You were so nasty. And I went over to Odyssey, and I'm like, what's she doing over here? Oh, probably because that thing she did with the banana on YouTube. And she kept trying to do it. What's he doing over here? Oh, all that stuff with the gun, loading the gun, talking about killing Christians, talking about killing Republicans on YouTube. Talking about actually getting an army out there to go kill Christians. That's why you over here on another channel, on a whole nother search engine. I'm on Odyssey, but I'm not on a lot of Steve because I'm running from anybody. Or because I lost my account with YouTube. I'm on there because I want to reach other people other than you. Okay? I don't need social media. The argument I had with my Jewish brother last week was the best argument I've had in a long time. I'm not going to get that on social media. And I shut him up because this ain't social media. So he knows I might not be as smart as you because I haven't been around the world like you have. So when it comes to going down to the bottom of the sea, I don't go near the water, bro. You're probably smarter than me. When it comes to doing stuff that they do in the military, you're probably smarter than me. When it comes to giving somebody CPR, you're probably smarter than me. I revived my mother one day when she was having a heart attack. I didn't know what the heck I was doing, but I still revived her. But when it comes to Jesus, if I don't know what I'm doing, I can be an atheist. I'm free to do that. If I don't know what I'm doing, I can be any religion I want to be. I can be an atheist. Why did I pick Jesus? Why? And don't tell me, oh, because you fell in the same stupidity all these other Bible thumpers fell into. Then why don't you go after them Bible thumpers then? Why you pick me? Because you know. You're trying to nail me to this cross. You're trying to nail people like me and G-Man to this cross because we're not like Jesus' disciples who walk around with these little daggers in their pocket, okay, and was cutting off people's ears when they tried to get to Jesus. But we're easy to persecute. It's easy to persecute us because we're not here to fight with you. We're not here to set anything on fire, to blow nothing up. We are easy to persecute. But we are not victims. Especially on social media. Give me a break. And I said all that because I forgot what else I was going to say. I have it here on my phone. But I think I'm going to give you a break and cut this one short. Because all of them have been 50-some minutes, going on an hour. I have it right here on my phone, what I wanted to talk about. And I will get to it. Quit playing with me. This one. Yeah. I'll get to that. I got to do some talking about Donald Trump. And go over the other things that I said in the video. But I think I said enough. I am Dealer Cruz. I am your life applications officer. Don't take it personal. It's just a title. It's just a video. It's just me having a channel. Okay? I don't say I'm your life applications officer on my art channel because we're not talking about Jesus. We're talking about art. I know how to separate things like you don't know how to separate things. You think that a Christian and a secular person can't agree on art together. I tried to kick it with I almost called him Winston. I tried to kick it with Monty on the whole art thing. He tried to come after me even on that. So, okay. It's okay. Because if this demon wasn't strong, you wouldn't be here. If two can't walk together except they agree. If this demon was not very powerful, I gotta hand it to you one thing. Gotta hand you one thing. I gotta give you, well, I don't give you credit, I give the devil credit for it. But you have a very strong demon. And you keep him moving. You keep him working. I gotta hand it to you. This is a very strong demon. If this demon wasn't so strong, you wouldn't be coming. You know, I remember the guy who tried to follow me on a guitar channel. They had to kick him off the guitar channel. I wish somebody teach me how to do that. I don't know how he followed me all the way to an electric guitar channel, but he did. And he started his atheist rant on the guitar channel, and the guy that runs the guitar channel, he blocked him. Said, don't come back. You want to argue about religion or atheism or whatever that mess is, go do it on your own channel. We're talking about guitars here. Read the title of the video. Oh, I'm so Christian. I can't talk about guitars. I'm so Christian. I can't talk about art without talking about religious stuff. Oh, I'm so Christian. I can't talk about the ukulele without talking about, you know what I'm saying? I am a human being just like everybody else. The difference between me and the rest of y'all is that I'm a better human. Because Jesus has reborn me. He has reborn me as a human. I am a different D-Roy than the D-Roy that I used to be and the D-Roy that I could be. But you think, oh, if God was real, he turned me into a white man. If God was real, he turned me into, I don't know, a superhero with superpowers that looks like an alien or something. I can't be 5'3" and be named D-Roy Cruz and be called a Christian without there being something to fight about. And you know what? This right here, this laptop, and you people in it are not my biggest problem because people out on the street feel the same way. I can't never, it's always, everybody, people that don't know how to fight think they can get physical with me. Everybody wants to get physical. Gay people got to come around me thinking about their libido. Women got to come around me thinking about playing games. And everybody else wants to fight. Why can't you just accept that I'm 5'3", okay? And you're about to get arrested if you don't calm. If you don't stop. Up! Just like with young boys. Me and him was the same exact height. He come out of that hotel room like he was going to throw me down the hallway. I said, please keep the noise down. That's all I'm saying, man. Like, hurry up, do what you got to do. You know we're escorting you off the property. You're going to leave out of here one way or another, whether we got to call the police. Oh, my partner already called the police. He's all up in my face, and the cops walk right around the corner. But he had to get up in my face. because my face is way down here on the ground, so he had to get up in my face. He couldn't just accept the fact that I work here and you have to leave. But he had to get up in my face and talk the dumbest stuff ever. He thought he was on. Do you really think you're the only person on this floor? Do you really think your neighbors cannot hear you? They will never put just one of y'all on a floor. Come on now. I go through it in everyday life, everywhere I go. You know, I go to the autumn. If I drive a car and I go take my car to get it fixed, they want to try to cheat me, like they do women. Do I look like I got breasts? I mean, I do, but do I look like a woman? I mean, they try to cheat me. If I go to the car dealer and say, you know, they think I don't know a darn thing about cars, they'll try to cheat me. I say, well, you know what, I'll call you back. Come on. You know, then they will say, oh, seriously, man, seriously. Nope, I'll call you back. Because I know. I've been driving for a while, bro. All right, man. Some of them are so bad and they're such liars and they've done it to so many people. My friends got to say, hey, man, let me go down there with you. I've had people try to rob me out of money, all because of that little 5'3" thing on the ruler, on the yardstick. You know what I mean? There's just something about that height that everybody changes. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to work here. Should I be telling you all this? I don't know if I should be telling you all this. My whole point of mentioning this is I go through this in real time. What do you think you're going to do? What do you think you're going to do? And I've seen G-Man go through it in real time with the Hebrew Israelites. They about to punch that boy and throw him in the lake. I've seen them. What y'all think y'all going to do to us? Getting on social media, trying to create a crowd. Y'all think y'all at the subway station taking pictures of us getting our butt kicked? No, this is social media. On this side of the laptop is real life. So I'm in my home. I don't have to argue with nobody here. My neighbors, I've already saved their lives 3 times. This guy that lives right around the corner from me, he's smaller than me. When he talks to me, he looks up to me. He looks up at me when he talks. But he's a grown man with kids. And a fiance, well, an ex-wife just like me. Okay? You know, this is my life. When I go to work, people try the stuff that you try on social media, and they get other people hear it. It ain't like social media where YouTube don't really care. But you do the stuff that you guys do here on social media on the job, you get called upstairs to the office. What did you mean when you said that? Why are you talking about this? What's this have to do with the job? I go out on the street. I can carry my piece with me, pepper spray, a knife. People have got in my face and said, "Back up, I'm armed." People walking up on me, they want something from me. I say no. They try to threaten me. I said, "I'm armed, bro. Back up." I've already been mugged. You only get to do that once. You need to calm down with this G-Man, D-Roy, Shanny, and Rev crap. Because in real life, you would actually feel repercussions for what you're doing. But behind this plastic and plexiglass or whatever right here, you think you're doing some damage. Yeah, you pissing people off, but you ain't really doing any damage. And G-Man needs to understand that unless he can get Drag to sit down and talk about Jesus for real, unless he can get Miss Parker to really sit down and talk about Jesus for real, no joking, no persecution, no bullcrap, just really trying to talk about Jesus like two civilized adults. And unless you can do that, you're wasting your time, and G-Man is wasting his time. Okay? But you get on here and you say stuff, and you go after people, and you talk about the things that you hate, and you talk about the things that get on your nerves, you talk about the things that you think are funny and silly, and all like that. You don't think we can do the same thing? We can, and we will, and there's more that we can do. I'm doing it in real time and on YouTube. Some of y'all ain't got to go through nothing in real time. You put the laptop down and just go get more blunts and more cigarettes and more booze and drink your life away. But I really live the Christian life. I go through persecution in real time. And I talk to people about Jesus that listen in real time, and people that don't in real time. Nothing like this crap, though. Nobody's going to subscribe to me in real time when they don't even like me. No one's going to subscribe to G-Man's channel just to control G-Man, just to keep G-Man in their peripheral, just to keep track on what G-Man is doing, just to stalk G-Man. Nobody's going to do that in New Jersey. But on this here, you're an idiot to think that you can do more. Ain't nobody going to come over all the way over to New Jersey from Texas to give G-Man a piece of his mind. Or should I say Texas to New Jersey? I don't know what to tell you. My goal right now is not to argue with any of you. My goal is not to criticize you or hate on you or any of that. My goal is to make sure I know how to use the terms and conditions, know how to use the click button, how to hit the stop button, the unsubscribe button, the block button. You know, that's all I care about. Because there are people that have sent me emails. Thanks to you people, they got to send me personal emails to talk to me about Jesus because they don't want to get caught up in the comments section to where, oh, you came to D-Roy's channel and asked him to teach you about Jesus. Okay, so we're going to come to your channel and start attacking you. Oh, you failed to agree with D-Roy about Drag or Miss Parker. Okay. All right. We're coming after you too. And that's what they do. That's how all this began, because I defended G-Man. And then I thought about it not too long ago. Whenever G-Man is right, I'm going to defend him. Because whatever he did in his past life ain't your problem. He didn't rape your wife. He didn't beat up on your little sister. He didn't call your mama B. What is it so much about G-Man that you can't forgive? And it's funny how gay people can't forgive people that are gay, or people who take their wives to strip joints to see lesbian strippers can't forgive people for being gay. I'm confused. See, that's what I mean when I say I'm confused. Like, how is that? You talk about, there's people on your channel who, there's one guy on your channel, on Drag's channel, that Drag keeps following after, who I found out he was once transgender. but he converted to Christ. Okay, that's hard to do once you went through all that. But Drag is really angry that this guy's claiming that he converted to Christ. Hey, I say praise the Lord. But Drag's not going to help him be honest. Do you think you're going to help him be honest? Can you help him be honest? Can you help him really be delivered if he wants to be? No, you cannot, because you're not saved. You don't know the Lord. I can help him. And I won't even do it right here. I'll go to him and help him. You're getting on talk shows and having these talks with people about Shanny. Like, I watched the one video where I thought Drag was going to talk about, science, or talk about, where he wants to go when he ends his career. They were talking about Shanny, and they thought they was Hannity and Tucker when they was doing it. We're talking about drugs, if that's what she's doing. We're talking about mental illness, if that's what she has. And he said, oh, I'm trying to help Shanny. And I'm like, put my ear to the screen. You mean all these videos you made of Shanny, blasting her all over YouTube? That's how you're helping her? In closing, I don't need to answer to anybody for my faith, as you can see. I don't need to answer to anybody for my faith. Not you, not anybody. Not you, not y'all, not all of y'all, not one of y'all, not two of y'all, none of y'all. My family, everybody, all my cousins. I got no siblings, but all my cousins, my ex-wife, my daughters, my stepchildren, everybody around me knows that I'm a Christian. And those that are Christian support me as a Christian. I'm sorry that I don't get that kind of support from YouTube. But I don't count it smart or right for people to be loved for being an a-hole. I'm looking at you live. I'm looking at your live content. People are saying, hey man, I knew you'd come in here and be an a-hole. That's my man. You's gonna come in here and piss in the room like we knew you was. Just let it all hang out. Everybody, woo! Am I supposed to be impressed with that? I watched Miss Parker compliment Drag for being an a-hole, for being arrogant and nasty. Well, that's just the way I like it. Arrogant, nasty, and all. Am I supposed to wish that I had it like that? Come on now. Seriously. Am I supposed to wish I had it like that? Am I supposed to wish I could be like you? Come on now. If anybody's going to love me, and there's people that do, they're going to love me for what I know, my mind, my heart, my understanding, and what I give back into the lives of my children, my church, and the people that I care about. That's what I get patted on the back for. Every time somebody sees me, they want to talk about my daughters. They want to talk about how I was a good father. They want to talk about, how I was preaching in the church and thank you for what you did to our church. and what you did in our church. They want to thank me for my offering to the Lord. And that's what my life is. My life is a living sacrifice for Jesus. That's what it is. But I have to close now. I meant to go 40 minutes or 30 minutes. I went an hour. But, you know, I feel like I'm saying some things that I meant to say a long time ago and I didn't say. But I am Delroy Cruz. I am your life applications officer. No matter what you think, you can't beat what you know. No matter how you feel, you can't beat what you know is right. And you know you're not helping me. You're not helping G-Man. You're not helping Shanny. Come on. You think that out of all these evil people out in the world, it's me and the people that you handpicked that deserve a beatdown. Really? There's a lot of child molesters and rapists. There's a lot of racists and a lot of other people out there. Why don't you start with Black Lives Matter? Why don't you start with these Hebrew Israelites? Why don't you start with some of these white, what do you call them, nationalists? Why don't you talk about that? Why are you coming after, because you're an atheist and you know that what you failed to receive or what you threw away, you know it's only about us keeping up with it and you throwing it away. It's kind of like that relationship between a man having the best woman he's ever had in his life, and he threw it away, and now other men, or another man rather, has the woman he could have married, and he didn't just, he married her, and they lived ever happily ever after, but you threw it away, and now you want to say, oh, well, they're idiots, and she's a whore, and he's a pimp, and all these things. Because why? You failed. And a lot of you people that are atheists, if you didn't fail Jesus, you fell in other ways. But this is the good thing about Jesus. Jesus is so loving and forgiving. He is waiting. He's patiently waiting for you to bring your butt home. Because you know it's right. You know it's right. Bring your butt home. That's how loving Jesus is. Oh, he's going to tell you can't be gay. Oh, he's going to tell you can't do drugs. Oh, he's going to tell you need to stop your fornications and your abominable adulteries. But he's waiting for you. He's waiting for the prodigal sons and daughters to come home. That's what you are, prodigal sons and daughters. Even you that never grew up in the church. You're still prodigal sons and daughters. You're going a way that's against nature. And God is calling you home. That's why you come to my channel. Because there's no other reason to come to my channel. I might have my personality and my way of spitting things out, but I'm not, I'm not anything. I'm not trying to be something that I'm not, and I'm not going to deny what I am either. God bless you. I am Delroy Cruz, your life applications officer. As promised, I'm out as promised. Thank you for watching. Thank you for sticking in here with me this long. Talk to you again with more soon. I promise.